Greetings, earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is TONIA, and today we are chilling with this incredible oak tree. Can you see the mother? Okay, she's amazing. And I have a PSA, very important PSA for all the ladies, all the women, all the femmes, all the girls, any kind of being that you are that identifies with your feminine energy. And yes, that means you, men who are watching this, boys who are watching this, because we all have a divine feminine within. And so by the end of this video, you're gonna have just like kind of like a warning and also like better insight on how to maybe navigate the next couple weeks. At the time that I'm filming this, it's early June, like the 11th of June 2020, and Venus is currently retrograde, and she's also invisible, even though she just went conjunct, aka Cazimi, with the sun. So what does this all mean for you? That's what we're gonna get at. And also, if you've been feeling down lately, if you've been feeling like low energy lately, if you've been feeling like just the feels and just the vibes, okay? This is a little bit of like astrology update slash like memo for women in particular, if that's not clear. So stay tuned. That's what we're going to be talking about. So without further ado, before I do get into it, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Why aren't you subscribed? Seriously, why not? Because I'm here for you every single day with astrology vids. Moving right along. I've been feeling the vibes lately, and I think part of that is because Venus is indeed invisible right now. And for those of you who don't already know or didn't see my other video on this, it's like when Venus is invisible, so is like the femme, or so is like women, or so are the divine feminine aspects. They're like more yin, even though they're already a yin energy. It's like they're going in more. So we as women, we as energy bodied beings who contain a lot of female energy, or even just the female aspect of all of our character, if you're a man who's in tune with that, right? That's all been going kind of like inward, because in addition to being invisible, Venus is retrograde, meaning that she's appearing 3 times as close to Earth as she normally does, which doesn't actually mean she is that close, but it looks like she is. So it's like, in addition to that, she also looks like she's going backwards in the heaven versus like her normal way of moving. So like things have been a little wonky, to say the least, with female energy. We're experiencing this invisibility thing, we're experiencing this retrograde thing. And not only that, but like she was just an evening star for a long time, which means that she's already more in her yin vibe, even though she was shining so gorgeously in the heavens, okay? But with all that said, friend, like what does this really mean? It means that like we as women, and in particular if you are a physical embodiment of woman and you have woman energy as your primary kind of like energy in your field, okay? We've been feeling a little down, a little behind the scenes, a little more introverted, a little less energetic, a little more internal and processing. And that's a good thing. That means if you've been feeling that, you've been like in flow, okay? And you know, there's a lot going on societally for all of us right now. People are processing their own traumas. People are processing their own awakenings and epiphanies that they never had to previously think about because of their own privilege packages. So like there's a thing, you know, to consider, but like at the same time, they're gonna get out of this energy a little bit in the coming week or so, okay? And that's something to look forward to. I mean, Mars is still gonna be in Pisces, and that's really intense, okay? But like Venus is gonna be rising as the morning star, and she's gonna be visible, and this is after like the 14th of June. So if you are a woman, and you've experienced some shady things under this retrograde cycle, be it like shadow work or like people literally, if you didn't watch my previous PSA, I was like, dude, watch out, people could take advantage of you, especially like sexually and stuff. So like, goddess forbid, hopefully none of that happened to any of you watching this during this last couple week period. But you know, with that said, this is the time where things are kind of brought to light and things are kind of brought justice to. And it's also like the goddess of love, the goddess of energy, of this female primal kind of like sexuality, sensuality force that is Venus, is rising as like more of like a Jonah Arc like kind of figure, or a like Xena warrior princess, like I always love doing that because I just, you know, why not? But like she's kind of like rising in this like Athenian kind of like the war goddess, or like the goddess of strategy, if not, you know, not necessarily to imply any kind of conflict, but Venus is concerned with themes of fairness. So if things have been unfair, for you as a woman, they're about to get more fair. And we can see this echoed in themes of society, because Venus is the justice bearer. She is the scales, Lady Justice with her sword, okay? This is all Libra energy. This is all Venus energy. So when we talk about this stuff, we just want to be aware that, like, there are layers to this. So not only are we talking about the divine feminine kind of being rebirthed, but we're talking about social justice being rebirthed in a lot of different ways. And so our conception as a collective is going to be coming forward more brightly in the next week or so. You're gonna see better symbolism. I think we've seen a lot of really positive media coverage on stuff already in terms of the tragedies that have been happening for far too long in our society, but I think we're gonna see more kind of like elegant and direct at the same time. Like, elegance is not you know, appeasing necessarily people. Elegance is not you know, hiding in the shadows of something necessarily. Elegance can actually be bringing something forward in a way that is just, that is fair, that is true, okay, and that is not gonna be pushed under the rug any longer. We're gonna see this female energy rising in the collective. So in the next week or so, moving forward for some time, you're gonna see more female energy rising, more female voices being elevated in society, more female empowerment. If you are a woman and you've been feeling, or just a really femme identified being, you've been feeling down or under the weather or low energy, in the next week or so, you're going to experience more energy, you're going to be more connected. I know, I'm looking forward for that. It seems like everything's been a little more of a struggle the last like couple of weeks in particular, but you know, I think like all of us are going through a collective healing, and I don't want to make this video too long, but with that I do want to say, like, just if you are feeling for the next like 3-4 days in particular, like through this weekend, you just need to veg and you haven't taken the time to really veg. Now's the time to veg. If you really need to like chill and just be a complete slob and just like vacate, you know, go on vacay mode, that's cool. You can do that, and that's gonna end up like serving your energies ultimately, so that you can be reborn this like more fierce feminine energy, which isn't to say antagonizing, which isn't to say attacking, but it is to say like a sense of bringing forward what it's like the chickens have come home to roost kind of energy, and it's almost like you're responding in the next week or so, or the divine feminine is responding to its world around it, because Venus is the built environment. So if you didn't see my past video on that, I highly recommend you check it out. But like, point being, you know, you're gonna move forward through this energy. We all will, and I think you're gonna experience a lot more lightness in the next week or so. So I hope that this serves you, and if you do want to get a reading from me, it's WizdomDropz@gmail.com. Make sure you like it if the video brought you any value, subscribe, all that good stuff. So with that said, my friend, until next time and through next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.